Hello developers, in this video or series we will discuss JavaScript from scratch to advanced and we will go through each and every concept with details. So first thing, JavaScript is not Java or nor is any kind of form. Today JavaScript supports many different fields in computer science like web designing, Android development, backend development, game development, machine learning, blockchain developments, and many more things. So learn one thing and apply in every field. So without wasting time, let's go ahead and learn this. Here we will start our JavaScript journey. So let's get started. Here is your HTML file. Here is your JavaScript file. Tutorial we will learn JavaScript without any HTML and CSS. After this tutorial, go through HTML and CSS specifically for JavaScript. So this is starter code which we have script, and within this script we will have our JavaScript course. We can write JavaScript course within JavaScript script tag, or we can call JavaScripts from another file, like I have called this hello.js file to this script tag. Also I can write the JavaScript codes here, but we will deal with JavaScript, have a separate file for this. So go to hello.js file. Here first we will print hello world in browser, just a starter. So we'll write console.log hello world. Now you will use it everywhere. Whatever domain you will use JavaScript, use console log. It is not the best debugging tool, but we use it. Okay, what will it do? This console.log method will console out, means it will print this statement in our console, debugging console, or as output to any system like Node. Now in Chrome, so in Chrome open developer tool. From that we can see this hello world will be printed. So go to our console, our Chrome. In this Chrome we can see hello world has been printed. Now whatever we will write here, will be as output in that console log. And we have another method to log out or output the values in consoles, that is its alert method. What will it do? It will just pop up a window in your folder browser so that you can see this hello world. Let's see what is in your browser. Now you can see then as hello world method. Now you can print out the values in JavaScript basic methods. So this is for basic understanding. Now let's go ahead and discover more things. So we will go to now our variables. So let's get started. So variables are used to store names and their values. So JavaScript assign variables by using a keyword called let, that is let. But in older JavaScripts will what are the var. So we can use both let and var, but we specifically use let in nowadays in modern JavaScript. So we will use only let here. So a name, a specific variable, just use let, then the variable name, let name. Now this name is a variable and it holds no value. Let's console out it, console.log name, and we will see what is the value of name here. Okay, you can see the value is now undefined because we have not defined the value of the name. Okay, to assign the name, you can use this name is equal to some value, let this 5. Now let's see what is in our console. Okay, we have assigned this 5 to this name, and you have seen that our console is out as 5. So what is the different methods to assigning variables? Let's see. You can also give the value to here. Let's see the console. Yes, we have also 5. Now we can use multiple variables within a single line, like this name, like Siddharth, place, Isha. Okay, like this we can assign multiple values, multiple variables in a single line, and also can use this like this, and it is also valid. JavaScript, there is no syntax error. You can use anything anywhere. There will be no syntax error, but it does not look cool to write, so it will be better. Okay, now it can print anything. Now we can change the values of variables. Like first I have written this let name equal to Siddharth, and I can change let name equal to Siddharth Pari. Let's see the output. We'll open our console. Error is become I have defined this name variable twice, that is let name and that is let name, means it tries to allocate this name variable again, so this identifier error will come. So for that we will not use the let keyword, we will override that name variable. So instead of Siddharth we will print as Siddharth Pari. Okay, now we some common mistakes or common rules during assigning of variables in JavaScript. Like we cannot start a variable in JavaScript with a digit. Like if we write one Siddharth Pari, then there will be error. Let's see what will the error. Okay, if I will give this one name, let's see the error. I will see the editor. Okay, I have assigned this one name and this will show an error, that is valid or unexpected token, because we cannot start a variable name with a digit. Okay, now also we cannot start a variable, we cannot use hyphens within a variable. Also be an error. Let's see. Unexpected token, or in JavaScript the variable names are case sensitive, means you use your name and this is as a name, then these two things are different, because JavaScript variables naming are case sensitive. This will be two different. Let's see what will be the error now. Okay. Now let's print out this NAME, that is big A, alphabet A. Now we will print out this A, NAME. Let's see what will happen. So if you use an AME name, then we will print out just see that. Okay, you can see if we use that is variables without let or any keyword, then it will let us any serious bugs in our application. So for this we use a method called @use. For this, what will happen now, we cannot use variables without any let or var keyword. Now let's see in our console what will happen if you use this. See, we have an error, that is its name is not defined, means we cannot use variables without the keyword of var and let. Okay, we can use constants in JavaScript by using a keyword called const, K-O-N-S-T, and this name is just a constant now, means we cannot change this name, and if you will use this name here, then we will have an error. Now let's just cut it. Okay, now we will have an error, that is, let's in the console, assignment to constant variables, means we cannot assign values to constant variables again. And why this is used? To remember difficult values in JavaScript, we assign values to a constant and we use that constant everywhere in our JavaScript application. We come to data types JavaScript. So let's get started. So the value used in JavaScript are of some types, like they can be numbers, they can be big integers, they can be strings, they can be booleans value, null, and it can be undefined, they can be objects and symbols, can be of any type from this. So we will discuss one by one. As this number, you know, this is 1 to 9, or any combination of this, and there is called a string. We can assign string here, that is name equal to Siddharth or anything between this quotation mark. Okay, now there is a call big integer. JavaScript, the number is allowed between 2 to the power 53 minus 1 positive to negative. Anything bigger than or greater than 2 to the power 53 minus 1 and less than minus of 2 to the power 53 minus 1 not allowed. So to define such values we use big integers, and to define big integers we say n at the end of a number so that it will define as a big integer. Then it will come boolean value to define that a value is true or false. And in JavaScript we define null values, which means this x is nothing and it carries no value. And we can define undefined values. Let in variable section define such a keyword let age or let name, and that name is of undefined value and that is a data type. JavaScript we can define objects, and we will discuss objects later in our series. So objects are a key value pair, means there is a key and a value, means the name Siddharth, place, Odisha, and we can define many more values. And we can define of any data type. Within this, in key value pair, the value can be any data type like number, string, boolean, anything. So okay, now you can see this is the objects that I have discussed now. Name, place. Okay, now to define a data type and to acknowledge a data type in JavaScript, we use a keyword called type of. If you want to check the data type of a value, you can use a method or a keyword called type of. Let's print out console.log type of data. Then let's console.log type of x. Console.log type of will be h. Console.log type of can say n, and let's see the output of these values in our console. So you can see in the console that the data we have defined is an object, and the x we have defined is also an object. Null value is an object, means it carries no value, nothing, and this age undefined value. And this n we defined is a big integer, and this type of is used to actually check the data, the input of a JavaScript object is valid or not. Okay, now we will move ahead to the next topic. Before that I will discuss one thing about string. Here in the string can print our string like this: variable my name is Okay, in by this method you can print variables within a string. This is a string and it will contain variables. Okay, now we will move ahead and go to the next topic. Now we will discuss type conversion in JavaScript. Means how to convert a string to a number, a string to a boolean, a number to a boolean. So let's see. So in JavaScript we can convert the data types of a value. Let we have let's a z equal to a, and it is let's say console log, and we'll print out its type of z. Now I will convert this to a let's say it will be 1, it will be g. Okay, now I will convert it to a number, and we can convert it by using a keyword or a method called number. Let x equal to number of z, and now we will print out the console log of type of x. Now let's see in the browser what will be the answer. You can see that we have the first, that is the x is a string, then after converting it will be a number. Now let's z equal to our 6 9, and this let a is equal to our 3, and these both are strings. Console.log type of a. Now I will convert this to a string or to a number. If I can say z divide a, and the result of this will be a number. The console log type of x should be a number. Now let's see it in the browser. You can see the first to the z and a is string, and the result of divide is a number. Now the numerical conversion of some types like convert undefined to a number, then it will be a none, means not a number. If we convert a null value to a number, then it will be 0, and the numerical value of a true, it will be 1, and the numerical value of false will be 0, and the numerical value of a string is 1, and if the string is empty, then it will be 0. Okay, and if it will be a mix of number and alphabet, like if we will do it's like console.log type of. Okay, now go to the editor. Okay, we'll define here one thing, console.log type of, and we'll have a value dt 45 part. Now let's see what is the type of this. go to our browser, it will be string, and if we convert it to a number, numerical value of this, okay, the numerical value of this. Now let's go to our browser. It can, what I have said, the string will convert to 1. If it is empty, it will convert to 0, and it is of this type, then it will be not a number. I have just a mistake, so, and this not a number is also a number, and the value of this number of 45 power means this string will be not an NaN, and the type of is a number. Okay, and also undefined is also a number. Undefined NaN a number and is not equal to 0. So this is much for our type conversion. Let's go to our next topic. Now we will discuss operators in JavaScript. So let's get started. So now we will discuss an array. First, operators, binary, then operand, and this is one an array. What is this? Now this is the for operators of single, like minus, plus, subtraction, multiplication, division, remainder, and exponentiation. This an array operators, like we can say console.log. We can have date equal to 4, equal to 5. Can say console log a plus 5, sorry, a plus c. We can have also subtraction, console.log a minus c. We can have our multiplication, that is console.log a multiply c. Okay, now we can have our divisions, console.log a divide we can have exponentiation, console.log a exponentiation or to the power. Okay, now we can add two strings JavaScript. We'll see the result of this later after some time. Let's first discuss that a equal to a and b equal to c. Then the result of a plus b, let's see what will be. Now the tricky part, now console.log 5 plus 4 plus 9, what will be the result of this? We have some a string and two numbers. Guessed answer? I will come back it. And another problem for you, that is let x equal to 2, let y equal to 3, then just console.log x plus y and console.log plus x plus y. Guess to answer and come back. I will. Okay, in other program language, JavaScript also have an precedence order. You can find it on Google, or I'll provide the reference. And we have also assignment operator, and we have also used it here everywhere. Okay, and we have called something chaining assignments, like we can d equal to e equal to f equal to 5, means the value of d, e and f is 5. Plus log console.log plus and then plus of y. What will be the answer of this? Let's guess. Called chaining assignments, like, and this is called assignment operators, and we have already used it. will be become how its value will become 5. And if we will define at the let be equal to plus plus of num, and we will console.log this b, and the value will be simply what num, because it's a num plus plus, then the value will be as equal to num, means the b and the num value will be equal. In this case, the value of y becomes num